Welcome back to Dirtlocked episode 4, where the grind is cursed and the drops are questionable, and for some reason I keep coming back for more. Last time we uncovered the voodoo figurine and the fossilized hatchling battle pets, we picked up an orb of deception, and we also found some really ugly bind on equip epic robes from Vanilla WoW that are, well, really ugly. They sell for a lot of gold though, so that's a bonus. This episode took a little bit longer to drop, but that's because I've been investing my time somewhere else that some of you might be familiar with, some of you may not, but I certainly am.
That's what, it's a leg, that's a leg!
Queen is down, pussy!
Wait, where are enemies? Enemies alive?
Yeah! Queen is down! Boom!
Where's enemies?
Let's go! Oh shit!
All the footage you're going to see in this video was streamed live on my Twitch. I'll have the link in the description and it'll be on screen. So if you drop me a follow, keep an eye out for the going live notification and you can maybe get a sneak peek into episode 5. So I'm not the best at, talking over audio. I'm not the best at talking over video footage. I really don't know what to talk about. I kind of get lost and think, what do I talk about? I'm better when it's better when I'm live because I can, it's better when I'm live because I can just talk back to people if anyone asks questions. The majority of the time, and what you'll see as well in the bottom right corner of this footage is that there is some insane fishing going on. The majority of my chatters love fishing. Like, they will specifically just come into chat just to fish. So that's what they do, and I like it. I respect it. It's a grind for them. I think a few of them are going for like 1 million gold in the fishing game that I play. In essence, I think that the Archaeology challenge was not so much a mistake. My original idea that I was gonna do was I was going to do the reputation locked challenge, in which I have to maximize each reputation by zone to exalted before I can move on to the next ones. So like the neighboring areas of like kind of Elwyn Forest, Red Ridge, Westfall, those kind of areas, they're all around the Stormwind one. So I'd be locked to that kind of area, and then I have to get Stormwind to exalted, which I think would probably end up just me doing the Stormwind fishing and cooking dailies to get exalted. After doing every single quest in the zones, I'd end up having to do fishing dailies for about 4 months straight. And then I'd move on to like Ironforge, and I'd do those surrounding areas like wetlands, that stuff, to get Ironforge to exalted. And then if I go into a sub-zone, for example, Stranglethorn Vale, I would have to get Booty Bay and the Bloodsail Buccaneers to exalted, which would probably take at least 10 episodes on its own. So I really didn't want to do that. Archaeology, it sort of feels like a little bit of a punishment, but it's disguised as a profession. I don't dislike it. I don't find it boring. It's very easy to do when you've got something to distract yourself. So that's why I enjoy doing it live, because it means that I can distract myself with the chat. I can distract myself talking to people, listening to music, and I'll get through Archaeology very, very quickly. There hasn't really been many struggles to grind for things yet. Originally, in Cataclysm, when Archaeology was first released, I did it, I think, to level 450. I did it to level 450, and I got a bunch of the rares on my original character. But I never... The one thing I did grind, because I had my druid was an alchemist, and I really wanted to be able to make the sandstone drake. So I farmed and farmed and farmed for canopic jars in the Tolvir area in Uldum to get the recipe, and I never got it. And that kind of grind absolutely broke my sanity. I just stopped. I quit doing Archaeology, and I just went back to mining and herbing in Uldum in a big loop to make money. So I'm not looking forward to it in this series, but there is the chance that maybe I'll get it. So currently on the tracker, we've completed the voodoo figurine, the fossilized hatchling, the clockwork gnome, and the haunted war drum. Now in this episode, we do get another couple of rares, which you will see, and I'll emphasize those on screen when it comes to it, but I won't give away what they are just now. Maybe I'll have them in the thumbnail, so you might have already seen them. So those are the rares we already have. If I go by, without spoiling it, the current rares that we do still need to finish off the Eastern Kingdoms are the Innkeeper's Daughter, the Chalice of the Mountain Kings, and the Staff of Sorcerer Thane Thorisan. Thorisan? Staff of Thor... the Staff of Sorcerer Thane Thorisan. This is really hard to say. And we also need one item from the Trolls, which is Zinrock, Destroyer of Worlds. Now, fossils, we have 2 of them. We still need 3, but fossils are also obtainable, I think, in every other zone. So we'll just complete the fossils naturally as we go along. We won't hunt for specifically fossils in the Eastern Kingdoms. We'll do them in Kalimdor, we'll do them in Northrend, we'll do them in Outland. You know, we'll do them all over the place. But the ones that we're missing from fossils right now are the Pterodax Hatchling, the Fossilized Raptor Mount, and the Extinct Turtle Shell, which I think I read on Wowhead that one is super rare, the Turtle Shell. I don't know, but apparently it's very rare. So maybe that'll be a bit of a grind. So that's what we have. That's what we're looking for. I don't think the drop chances are too bad. They're not ridiculous, but hopefully, I think, well, since it's been a fair few expansions since I last done Archaeology, so I'm imagining that the drop rates are probably a little bit higher now. Especially for canopic jars. I mean, if I pull my first canopic jar in the Tolvir area and we get this Vial of the Sands recipe, then we're done. That's basically that zone done. So I've played WoW for a long time. I've played since the ending of Vanilla. I think I started this game maybe a month before TBC came out. I was really young. I don't even remember how old I was. I was maybe like 12 or 13 years old. I begged and begged and begged my dad to pay for my WoW sub when I was a kid. And he did eventually, after some begging. But before then, I used to just make trial accounts because you had the free, I think it was like a free 14-day trial or something like that. And I'd just make trial accounts. And it would always be a new account every single time. And I'd make a trial account and I would just make a human. I'd play a rogue or I'd play a mage and I would just run around and I would farm kobolds in the kobold mine south of Goldshire. And I would just spam them for linen cloth. I couldn't use the auction house. I couldn't use the mailbox. I couldn't do anything of the sort. So I would just have to vendor the cloth. So I spent hours vendoring the cloth and killing more and vendoring all this stuff. Eventually to make my first 1 gold. And then it was my brother that introduced me to the game. And I can remember walking into his room and watching him raiding Molten Core when it had just released. On his paladin. Don't worry, he didn't play Ret, he was a holy paladin. And I can remember watching it thinking, holy shit, this is a game that I really want to play. So I started it, and I can remember the joy just showing him, I've made my first gold, holy crap, this is it. And then that was it. That set me off. And it's been a long, almost 20 years, I think. It's been over 20 years. So yeah, I've really, really enjoyed this game. And I don't know why I'm talking about this, but it's just, I'm just rambling over this footage because there's really nothing interesting going on. It's just, I'm digging holes. I'm digging holes and I'm killing mobs. Currently, in the character's progression, I'm above level 32, I think. In this video, in the footage, in the background footage, you'll see I do hit level 35, 36, I think. And that's when the kind of vanilla mobs stop doing anything. I just one-shot them, so it makes clearing those zones for fragments a lot easier. It's really easy to clear them out, and it's so easy to clear them out and just to dig. As opposed to having to dodge like 6,000 trolls or a bunch of ogres. It's great. I have had a look as well at the polls that I put up about the sacrificing for a mount. So I haven't done it this video. I didn't do it on the stream. I didn't use a mount. But for the next video and ongoing from the challenge, what I will do is I will mail, I'll record it as well so there is evidence of it. I'll mail all of the gold that I have. Actually, no, I won't mail it. I'll just give it to someone. I'll find the nearest noob-looking person, that like someone who looks like they're brand new to WoW, which is incredibly difficult to find in retail. I'll find the newest looking person in the game, and I'll chuck them all the gold and I'll give it to them. Yeah, because that'll be the sacrifice for the gold. I did ask what I should do with the Orb of Deception and the Robes of Insight, and it looks like, well, judging by the results at the moment, it looks like the winning answer is use them. However, the poll is still active, so please do go and vote on it, because I would like to see more votes on it, just to, you know, actually get some numbers in there, so we have a bunch more opinions. Because I personally don't think I should be using them as much as I really want to. I think it would be better content if I had to not use the Orb of Deception, an item that I have been farming casually for a long time. I just didn't want to spend the money on it, and I didn't want to. I just farmed it. I always do loops of like Ungoro Crater and Silithus, and I look at all the Twilight camps in Silithus, and I open the little silken treasure chests to try and get one, and I never get it. It's always just some random crappy blue BOE. So I've always wanted that orb because it's a toy that I just don't have, and now I have it. But should I be allowed to have it? That's the question. I think everyone has the opportunity to be incredibly evil to me right now, which, fair enough, fair game. That's good. I like that. This audio recording is now 11 minutes long, so I'm gonna have to cut a bunch of this out. But yeah, a lot of this, the items we managed to get today were the Innkeeper's Daughter for the dwarves. We also acquired a second Haunted War Drum. We got a duplicate, which sucks. And we also have managed to get the Ancient Amber for the fossils. So we do still need a few more things. We still need a few more things for sure, but we're almost there, and we've almost finished the dwarves and the trolls. We just need to get lucky for Zinrock, and we do need to get lucky for the staff from the dwarves. The epic items are the ones we really need to get. We need to get lucky on those, but I don't think it should be too hard. That's it for episode 4. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for subscribing. I will see you in the next episode, where hopefully we can finish off the artifacts that we're missing. I completely forgot to add in the recap of this episode. To recap, we acquired the Innkeeper's Daughter, we acquired a duplicate of the Haunted War Drum, and we acquired the Ancient Amber. So we are so much closer. Apologies for that. I'm literally doing this in post right now. But yeah, well, that's what we got this episode. I'll see you in the next one.